going on? Mike Neumann here with Inside Natural Bodybuilding in the hotel room of Rich Fitter. Rich is in town for the DFAC Battle of Chicago. It's Chicagoland Classic here in Chicago Heights, Illinois. Get a few words with the co-founder of the Drug-Free Athletes Coalition, Rich Fitter. Rich, well, welcome to Chicago, Rich. When's the last time you've been to Chicago, by the way?
This is my first time.
No kidding.
I'm very excited to be here.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're here. You're only about 15 minutes from my house, so I had to come interview you real quick in person. Talked to you on the podcast many times. But let's first talk about the DFAC Battle of Chicago. What can you tell us about the show? And this guy's first year on board with the DFAC, so how's the show looking?
We have some quality competitors. We've got an enthusiastic staff. It's talking to TL last night and his crew, and everybody is really excited to be part of the DFAC. I saw some Team Gorman people walking through the lobby before. They look like they're in shape. Met some people last night. Everybody is looking like they've done their homework and they're ready for the show tonight. Absolutely,
yeah. Team Gorman brought some athletes down here. The other half of Team Gorman, Leslie Franklin, is in the show. She's going to be a figure girl to watch for. Doug Backstrom is actually already an IFPA pro. He's going to be in the show tonight, so I'm interested to see how some of these guys do. But nonetheless, it's going to be a good show. It sounds like it's a great turnout. So what's new in the Drug-Free Athletes Coalition, Rich? What can you tell us?
Busy month for us. We have Chicago today. Next Saturday we've got Boston. 2 weeks after that we've got Rockaway, New Jersey with the Pro Universe and the All Natural Options Garden State Classic. Go rolling into October. We've got Bill Moore is running the Florida State Naturals. The end of the month we have James McGuire out in Columbus, Ohio with the Complete Nutrition Show, and all leads up to November 3rd, DFAC World Finals, Pro and Amateur. This is our big show, and all the talent that's been training so hard all year long in DFAC shows and other organizations around the country is going to converge in Miami. They're going to see a new form of bodybuilding where the athlete is put first.
Yeah, you got a lot of big names in natural bodybuilding involved in the DFAC, like Ben Tennyson, Will Usher's on board. You got Rafael Calzadilla. How do you say his last name?
Calzadilla.
Yeah, Calzadilla. And a few more. The list goes on and on. I'm hearing a rumor as of late. Maybe you can clarify it more. I hear the IFBB pro with Tim Martin is going to be coming to DFAC soon. How's that looking?
Big Tim is coming out of retirement.
Okay.
He's a guy that has competed in the ANBC. He's competed in Muscle Mania. He was a WMBF Pro International and Pro Universe champion. He won Team Universe. He got his IFBB Pro card, and after that he kind of stepped back, and with the DFAC he saw something that it was a new challenge for him to conquer, so we're happy to have him on stage. Yeah,
I'm glad to see him coming back to natural bodybuilding, because as a natural bodybuilder it's going to be hard to place very high at the IFBB level, so yeah, this is where he belongs. Is there a show picked out for him as of yet?
He's hitting the Pro Universe at the end of the month, and I'm hoping to see him in Miami.
Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Well, let's talk about the drug testing in the DFAC then. How does it compare to other organizations?
I like to, you know, every organization is very proud of their testing process, but when Vicki and I sat down and kicked around what we wanted to do, the first thing that we discussed was drug testing. And we decided that we wanted one of the strictest banned lists in the sport. We're going with the WADA list. Anything that WADA bans, we ban, with the exception of 7-keto DHEA, and that was only after discussing that supplement with about 7 drug control advisors, and we came up that the only reason that this year it was on the banned list was because it's an Olympic year. Everybody gets a polygraph entering the show. If they fail the polygraph, they are banned for 7 years. And we use a scientific medical research testing laboratory in Salt Lake City, Utah. It is a WADA accredited lab, and winners get their urine sent there, and we use a specific gravity test to determine the dilution of the urine before we actually send it to the lab, so they can actually look a little bit deeper into the testing process, depending on the amount of water and dilution of the urine. We're paying a little bit more per test, but we felt that this was one area that we did not want to compromise on.
Yeah, well, I like how you came to Chicago from New Jersey to help promote the show with TL Richardson. It just goes to show that you're backing him up totally. You're 100% supportive of him. You're coming to Chicago to help him get his show underway because he's a first-year promoter. You know, so what does it take to become a promoter in DFAC, and what do you think is the best way for a first-year promoter to go as far as getting a show up and running off the ground?
Honestly, what we really look for is we look for sincerity and commitment. We have no problem taking people who have never promoted before if their heart's in the right place. We would love to get people who have been on board in other organizations and are just looking for a change. The one thing that we really stress is there's, the two areas that I think that you can never compromise on, and I've said this for years, and that's the integrity of your drug testing and the integrity of your judging. You want everybody to feel that when they're on stage, they've been given a fair shake, and you want to make sure that everybody does get tested before they enter the show, and it's a level playing field. So I think that if people are on board with that, and we have a lot of like-minded people, TL is a perfect example. He's a really sincere guy. Absolutely love what he's done out here in Chicago. We have Doug Large and his team out in New Jersey. Mike Lepowski. We have Bill Mora down in Florida. James McGuire and Big Mike Ludwig and Vicky and myself, and we all kind of think alike that this is a sport. It's not a business, and it's all about the athlete.
Okay, now as a promoter, what are some of the things that a promoter can do to increase the number of competitors in a show?
I think a lot of it comes down to promotion. This is our first year, and we knew that this was going to be one of those years that it's going to be a lot of hard work, and people are coming out and people are just kind of testing the waters. We've had some low totals as far as competitors go, but we would want to place quality over quantity any day, rather than just getting all the numbers in and just having people come and see maybe not your best quality competitors, maybe just a lot of people. We would rather just take those people that have really done their homework, are really dialed in, and are really ready to step on stage, give the audience a great show, give the athletes a great show, everybody leaves happy, and that way next year they come, they realize that the audience was treated with respect, the athletes were treated with respect, they want to be on the DFAC stage.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you're certainly on your way to making bigger things happen with the Drug-Free Athletes Coalition. So you got the World Finals coming up in Miami, Florida later on this year. What can you tell us about that before we take off here?
Really excited. We got teams coming in from Germany. Baron Breitenstein is bringing his GmbF crew. Vicky is bringing the BNBF team. We have a team coming up from the Caribbean, people coming from all over the United States. We have people coming from Canada. We have a competitor coming from Lebanon. We're going to have a lot of the top pros in the world up on stage, as well as some great amateurs. The thing that we wanted to do with the Worlds is we want to make it special, so it's a tiered system. So in order to come to the Worlds, you have to either place first or second at a DFAC event, and you qualify to come down to Miami, or if you have placed first in any class in any organization during the calendar year, come on down to Miami.
We're there to have athletes if you guys are interested in that. You heard straight from the horse's mouth as to what it takes to get qualified for the World Finals in the DFAC. Check out drugfreeathletescoalition.com for more information on the DFAC. And one more question, Rich. What's the Natural Bodybuilding Alliance? What's going on with those guys now, and what's the latest news and speculation there?
A lot of respect for Jim Evans. Jim has been around the sport as long as I've been alive. So I have a lot of respect for him. Again, here's another person that's very sincere. He brought a lot of different organizations together, and to just get everybody in the same room and talking about things, that's a start and that's a huge step. As far as our agreement goes, we're more than willing to honor it, work with all the other organizations, share drug testing information, allow athletes to go back and forth. We have an open door policy. Once you come compete with us, you can leave, you can go elsewhere, you can always come back to us. My feeling is there's enough shows throughout the country that people can go and experience, plenty of different organizations, and that's kind of what my idea of the Natural Bodybuilding Alliance is all about. It's bringing everybody together, and I really hope it does continue.
Okay, and what do you think it would take for all the organizations, DFAC, IFPA, WNBF, PNBA, what would it take for all the organizations to work together and make it work?
Putting aside a lot of personal differences, putting aside a lot of egos, and just realizing that this is a sport. It's not about business. It's not about control. It's about making sure that the athletes are taken care of, the audience has a good time, and that the integrity of the sport is kept intact.
Very nice. Okay, Rich Fitter. Well, we got to go to Prairie State College for the DFAC Battle of Chicago. The Chicago Classic is going on here in Chicago Heights, Illinois. It's about 15 minutes from my house. I'm going to go check it out and look for some of these competitors excited about this. But I'll keep you guys updated as to what's going on in the world of natural bodybuilding. Keep on watching. Until next time, Rich Fitter, Mike Neumann. This is Inside Natural Bodybuilding. We're out of here. Thanks for watching.